So our presentation is going to be on family systems theory. And so pretty much with systems theory, Murray Bowen, he is the founder of systems theory. And with creating this system theory, the idea behind this was for Bowen to include families when doing therapy. So therapy is a part of systems theory. So anyway, Bowen was a psychiatrist who founded family systems theory. He actually shifted his focus from individual therapy to the dimensions of family as a system, pretty much as a whole. And so a lot of therapists have been influenced by many of Bowen's ideas without the connection being articulated. So in 1954, as he began to shift from an individual focus to appreciation of dementias of family as a system, when he was at the National Institution of Mental Health, Bowen began to include more family members in his research in psychotherapy with schizophrenic patients. In 1959, he moved to Georgetown University and established the Georgetown Family Center, where he was director until his death. It was here that his developing theory was extended to less severe emotional problems. Between 1959 and 1962, he undertook detailed research into families across several generations. Rather than developing a theory about pathology, Bowen focused on what he saw as the common patterns of all human emotional systems. So with such a focus on qualitative similarities of all families. So in 1966, Bowen published the first orderly presentation of his development ideas. Around the same time, he used his concepts to guide his intervention in a minor emotional crisis in his own extended family. So a lot of these ideas came from just him applying some of the ideas to what he saw in his own family. So basically, in a nutshell, Bowen's theory focuses on involving families and focusing on the problem within the family and solving it. So we're taking all aspects of what affects the family as a whole. And so with Bowen's systems theory as well, he also created 8 concepts of the Bowen's theory that we'll discuss in the next slide.
8 concepts of family systems theory. Triangles. Triangles are the smallest stable relationship that a family can have. As tensions increase within that relationship of 3 people, those tensions get passed to other triangles or other relationships of 3. The next concept is differentiating of self, person's sense of identity and ability to function outside of the relationship. So outside of their relationship, they have their own self-identity, not just what they are within the family as a whole. The next concept is nuclear family emotional process. It is how the relationship patterns develop in emotional systems. Those are separated into marital conflict, so problems within a marriage, dysfunctions in one spouse. So if one spouse is going through conflict within themselves and trying to put their frustration on the other spouse. And then the next part of that is the impairment of one child or more children. So basically focusing on the emotional, they're putting their emotions onto their child in the family. And then the last one is emotional disturbance in nuclear family emotional process. Then the next concept, the 4th concept, is family projection process, which is making the child the target of their emotional system. So having a fear that your child is going to be in danger once they leave the home and basically acting upon that. If their kid falls down, they're using that as a rationale to be more afraid of more danger for their child. The fifth concept is multi-generational transmission process, which is the concept that personality traits or emotional illness like anxiety is passed to the next generation. The sixth concept is emotional cutoff. So this is when in a family, if like there's conflict between a brother and sister, and they don't know how to effectively resolve their problems, they just going to cut off them emotionally, so not having them affect their emotions instead of like addressing the issue with that family or family member. And then the seventh concept is the sibling position. So it will be the sibling identifying itself within the relationship of being a sibling. So it's like the idea of like older siblings are the leaders and the younger siblings are the followers. And the eighth concept is the societal emotional process, which is the emotional connection between the family unit and society. So it would be something like the family dealing with poverty, or the family going through a depression.